knows about the grind. Yeah, bubble grind.
Now we have a guy that could probably get in there if you...
It's game day. The Edmonton Oilers hit the road once again.
Oh, the dog's off.
Are you kidding me? I'm your huckleberry. How rude.
Dun, da, da, da.
Yeah, yeah.
Finishing up the heater.
Are you kidding me?
What's up, nasties? How you doing? Welcome to EST Afternoons. Live from the William Huff Studios, Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach, Kubis. We're back, baby. I missed the morning, so Joaquin.
Yeah? How come?
Just so much room for activities.
You can still do those activities.
No, because we leave around 3:34-ish. Traffic's starting to pick up.
What are you doing?
Supper time is
I want to know
close.
what your activities are.
Well, I could go run. I could, take my, it's
See, I
just,
totally told you. This is, I think, the morning show. Who would benefit most? Well, it did benefit Trev a little bit, but I'd say you first, me second, Trev third. Just because you finally had to do what I've been telling you to do for such a long period of time.
I know.
Bed early. I mean, getting up at 4:30, that's a little bit of a stretch, but
Yeah.
I mean, 6:30 is fine. Coffee, everything's just getting up because it's going to be super nice in a month anyways.
Yeah.
Because the sun's going to be up. Go hit your deck, get the coffee.
Oh, it's too cool.
Get the vitamin D. Yeah. Oh, put a sweatshirt on. Jesus.
Hey, we had fun on the morning show. We want to
did.
thank everybody who kind of tunes in on Cruise FM and all that fun stuff that doesn't kind of continue on after the boys are done. Thank you for hanging out with us. Busy show. We got to talk to the big dogs
Yeah.
in terms of insiders, which was awesome. Bruce Boudreau, Craig Button, the Darren Dragons of the world. That was so much fun. Working with you two, Trev, was great. He's a professional. He's awesome. And like we said yesterday, the three of us, for being up so early, we're pretty chatty in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah, like we're all having
The Trev said it was shocking, actually.
how much conversation there was in the morning.
Yeah.
But it was tons of fun. Happy to be back to a regular spot. It feels a little bit different after 6 days on the morning show, but good to see the boys back as well. Dusty told me he ate one taco
Yeah.
and he didn't like it.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
No, whatever.
That he ate a lot of pasta. A lot of burger. On the flip side, Lieutenant Eric said he ate seafood every day for supper,
Yeah.
which is the best.
Oh, why not?
Why not,
If you
man?
can. I mean, I when you're not in a landlocked province or territory, why not? The sea is right there.
And we missed our boy Coob.
Yes.
Coobalicious. How was it with Matthew Wannick?
Well, you speak about professionals. Like this guy, Matty, wears so many hats. He's the host of the EST Hangout 9 to 11. He does all the back end stuff. He's the brain of Edmonton Sports Talk, the chief operating officer. And it was a fun time working with him on the show. He kind of operates a bit different. We talked a bit Canada soccer. We went to some Jays stuff as well. Connected with Josh Lundberg to talk Raptors.
Yeah.
So just the way he lays out a show. You know, every host works different, and it's nice to get some experience working with some different guys, but I'm glad the show is, I guess you can say, back to normal. And we got Hernan and Joaquin at the desk. So I missed you guys.
Only for
That's
a bit.
good
though.
stuff.
Only for
What?
a bit.
Only for a bit.
Well, because I know Dusty's calling the game. He's going to be off for a few days this week.
Yes.
Right.
So we'll have
Nothing
James.
affects us.
No, not us. We're good, buddy. we're golden. We are gold. Hey, man, the cast on Two Guys. We were all watching there, and Reed shushed us all when he started talking, and then he broke the news. Very, very happy for him,
Yeah.
but also sad that we lose a guy like Matty Cassian, who's like you see it, like he started at 1260, and where he is now, just an awesome broadcaster, a great analyzer of the game of hockey. Really enjoy how he breaks things down in the post game. I love how he took on a bit of a heel role too on the post game show, kind of having some fun with the Nasties, of course, on Stuart Skinner and all other topics. I got to work with him, obviously, starting two guys with you guys back in the day. Like you said, pre-pandemic as a producer on the show during COVID, and then got to work with him last year on pre and post again as well. So very sad, but very happy for him. I know his father, great man as well. I know it's a great family. Absolutely love them. And I wish him nothing but success and the best in their new role, in his new role. And hey, their gain, sometimes we're going to feel it a bit here. We'll see what happens going forward, but he's always going to be welcome with open arms here, whether it's on air or just to come visit. But all the best to our boy, Matt Cassian. Absolutely deserves everything. And it sucks for us, though.
If you love something, Hernan,
you got to let it go.
You got to let it go. He's a peacock, Matt Cassian. You got to let him fly.
There are some funny texts coming.
Yeah.
I think everybody missed it, but Cass taking over for Nopal? For text of the day. Oh, wait, wrong show.
Yeah.
We got confessions coming up. We got kind of easy trivia.
I think I saw one for, hey, where do I find, is this on Indeed already? I mean, wait till the body's cold. Jeez.
Yeah.
Where do I apply?
Clean off those resumes. And send them into Dusty if you want to be part of two guys. We're kidding. We're kidding. I don't know what's going to happen there. Hey, let's tee up the show. Fun show today. Of course, we're going to talk Edmonton Oilers. They're in action tonight. They host the Ottawa Senators. We're going to talk some Connor Murphy. Of course, the Oilers acquired him yesterday, broke during the EST afternoon show, which is kind of cool. Dwayne Roloson, great get by Gage, is going to join us here shortly in about 11 minutes time. Let's just talk some hockey, what's going on with him, and all that fun stuff. And then in the second hour, Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune will join us. We're going to get the goods on this, Connor Murphy, Joaquin. Like always, hit us up on the River Cree inbox, 780-218-9999. We need 100 thumbs. Let's go. We got used to hitting 300 on the morning show, so we're not going to go crazy on this show, but 100 has to be it. Okay, you got 2 hours to slam that thumbs up. So hit us up, please, on the good old thumbs there. Subscribe if you haven't done so. And the nasty chat as well. Of course, Edmonton Sports Talk is presented by Play Alberta. Play Alberta is your home for online gaming excitement featuring casino games, live dealer action, lottery, instants, and sports betting. Now with the new Play Alberta app, you can take the fun with you anywhere. Download the app or sign up today at playalberta.ca. Hey, Joaquin, kind of got your thoughts on Connor Murphy. Do you want to just in case someone's just joining the show now and missed two guys in a goalie, I want to get your initial thoughts on the Oilers acquiring Connor Murphy, 32-year-old American, comes over from the Blackhawks. Go.
I think it's a little bit of a smokescreen. I think that the management has misfired on the past few acquisitions, and the last we've heard people say it around the league that the Jarry Skinner trade is the worst trade in the NHL this year. Hasn't worked out. You lost what you're looking for now to replace is what you gave away. It makes no sense. So now you go out and say, we've got this guy that we've been trying to get for a long time. I think it's a distraction from what the shortcomings of this management has done up to this point. It doesn't move the needle for me at all. And plus, when you look at, and I don't know, I don't have the crystal ball, but I think we've seen with a lot of teams that American-born players a lot of the times would prefer to play in the U.S. You have an unrestricted free agent, and you will find yourself possibly in a few months looking for the same exact player that you traded away in December. So and you traded for and gave away assets for, and he's gone again. So I would hate. Then someone would probably say, well, if they extend him to a long term, would you go for that, Joaquin? And I'm like, well,
he's 32.
He's 32. That's you don't. I know it's something what everyone said. Oh, the Edmonton Oilers need a defensive defenseman, a PK specialist kind of player. But Hernan, don't you think that some of these guys on the team should be that already?
Yes, 100%.
Like
Yes.
If we're still looking for this, they're not far removed from a season where they were quite good in the PK, and who was instrumental in that?
Yeah, like look at you're bringing up the PK that two playoffs ago was the best we've seen.
Yeah.
They didn't get scored on until the finals. And a lot of those guys are still here. Joaquin, I agree with a lot what you're saying. So I'm going to present it like this, okay? I think we got to look at the good. The good is he's a UFA after this year. If it doesn't work, it doesn't work. You move on.
Okay, silver lining. Okay, I'll walk with you with that one. Okay.
Right?
What else you got?
50% retention. He's only costing you 2.2. That's a positive.
Okay.
He's a big guy, 6'4", over 200 pounds. He can be nasty. I'll say it this way. He probably becomes the nastiest defenseman on the Oilers right now because no one plays nasty on this.
No one does.
Okay,
No.
so that's a positive.
No, I will not say that. I do think that Matthias Ekholm has a bit of a nasty streak and plays guys physically hard. All right?
Sure.
Okay.
He thrives on the PK. The PK hasn't been the best for the Oilers this year. It's been up and down. We've all seen it, so that's a bonus. He's played a ton of minutes for Chicago on the PK. They're the number one ranked PK in the NHL. Mm-hmm. That's a positive. He's a right shot. Another positive.
Mm-hmm.
Sure. I'm kind of leaning with you as listen, on Chicago, he was sixth in terms of defensemen on the team, Joaquin, and time on ice. There's a reason for it. Now, before people can say, well, he played 19, 20. We're talking about this year. Who cares what he did 5 years ago? I don't care. Worried about this year. On a young team with young defensemen, he was playing the 6 most minutes at a defenseman.
Yeah.
Okay. He plays a lot on the PK, nothing away from him. He moves okay. We've seen him against the Oilers. He doesn't move poorly. He's tough in front of the net. He'll cross-check you. That's all positive.
Yeah.
He's a -4, goals for 28 on the ice. On the ice, goals against 32, so -4. That's not bad on a not very good team. But I sit here and he's not going to fix Jake Wallman or Darnell Nurse. Those two got to fix themselves, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Those guys are veterans, man. No one's coming in to save them. They got to figure it out themselves. But like you said, and we were talking with Dusty off the air, we're still sitting here. And we're acting like the Oilers acquired another Ekholm. And listen, nothing against Connor Murphy. I think he's going to help this team. It can't get any worse. And I think the most positive thing, Joaquin, by all accounts, he can play defense. That's what this team needs. A guy that can actually play the position the way it's supposed to, because a lot of guys can't right now and are struggling to do so. But we're talking about 32-year-old Connor Murphy here, people. And that's no disrespect to him.
This went through on the dog walk today. The question I asked myself after thinking about what we were going to talk about today, obviously we were going to talk about this, but when is the last time an Edmonton Oilers defender, someone on defense, took a penalty for being too aggressive?
Been a while.
Can you think of one?
No, I can think of dumb penalties they've taken. High sticks,
tripping.
Yeah.
But I haven't, there's not one for being too aggressive with a guy.
Mm-hmm.
That has to change.
100%.
And one guy can't do it. One guy isn't going to change the whole thing. If Murphy comes in here and he's a bit more of a Larson, but I don't think that changes the complexity. There has to be some junkyard dog on the back end. You want to make it difficult on the other team. Like, I know it's a different game and you can't cross-check guys in front and stuff like that, but you can play them hard and physical and take a little bit of their will away to get to the prime real estate areas. Go, gosh, do I have to go battle this guy again? Right? You want them to question things on how to have success. And I'm sorry, and I hope Connor Murphy is a piece to that puzzle because it's needed so much with this team. But everyone else has to follow suit.
Mm-hmm.
You can't just have one guy doing it and everyone else, worried about breaking some eggs.
It's low risk. Again, if it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. At the end of the season, he's done. You're done. You move on. Okay. The second round pick in 2028, sure. This team's in a win now mode, Joaquin, so who cares about a second round pick 2 years down the road? Mm-hmm. It's only 2.2. He's going to help on the PK. He's a big body. He can be nasty. Those are all positives. Okay. Well, block shots, sure. All positive. I guess what we're trying to say is, I don't think it's going to help. It's not going to hurt them. But how much of an impact, Joaquin? I don't know if that's high as many think it's going to be.
Well, we don't know.
No.
It might. He's not in the lineup tonight, right? It'll be Carolina Friday.
Yes.
No better test than that. Yeah, I mean, I'm looking forward to it. But I want to see it. I'd love to see, because you know what happens when someone's you trade for someone and the talk about it, this is a needed piece. That's a kind of, if I'm a defender or a forward or a goal, and they bring in someone that's at my position because this is what we need, a defensive defenseman, I'm taking a little bit of offense to that. Yeah. I'm upset. My management team thinks I can't do this. They have to go elsewhere to look for someone to do a job that's basically in my job description. I'm a defense man. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I'm getting fired up.
So what am I
drinking?
You and I are kind of on the same boat. So what's the proper kind of phrasing we want to say? Because I don't think we don't hate the move. It's fine. We're okay, sure, Connor Murphy, he can't hurt you.
You had Kulak, though. I know I keep going back to this, and I should move past it. I get it. Don't come at me with that stuff, because I'm already in a bad mood. But you shouldn't have had to do this.
It's hilarious you say if you can't make a move due to cap, but they make a move to be better defensively, it's not good enough. We're not saying it's not good enough. I'm just saying, and trust me, Smitty the Welder, online yesterday, it's the Oilers acquired this amazing... it is just, listen, I know people get excited. Fans get excited. I get all of that. But yes, and we just read off all the positive things he can bring. But let's be honest, how many Oilers fans have watched Connor Murphy regularly outside of when they play the Oilers? How many? Tell me. Without reading his stats, tell me how good of a player he is. Because most of you don't know. Without reading, going into his analytics and all that. Have you seen him play on the ice with more than 10 games? This year. So that's why we have someone on for Chicago to come tell us. We're not saying he's a bad acquisition. We're saying, yeah, he's not going to hurt this team that's struggling mightily defensively, especially the 6 defensemen that are playing. Well, not all of them. There's some good in there, of course. I'm just saying, Connor Murphy, one guy's going to turn this team around. I don't think so. That's why Dusty said they have to make another move. Now it's 2 guys, right, Joaquin? But you don't think that's enough either.
No. It has to be what's the problem with this team right now?
Defensive play.
Okay. That's the job of everybody. And it's not good enough. Hasn't been good enough for a while. Hasn't been consistent enough. Mark Spector asking questions. Where does the change start? It usually comes from guys that are wearing letters. Mm-hmm. And I said on 2 guys, I don't think Connor and Leon should be out there blocking shots with their face, but there has to be an adjustment. You go as your leaders go, because they're the ones on the ice the whole time.
Well, we'll continue the Connor Murphy talk, who he should play with. I'm going to ask Gage, should it be Wallman or Nurse? Doesn't matter. I mean, we want to hear from you as well. Of course, all opinions are welcome here. Dwayne Roloson coming up on the other side of the break. We're going to have some fun there as well. Continue the Oilers conversation. Of course, we got to tee up the game. We're going to see some new pairings tonight. Well, we think we are. That's what they practiced with yesterday. We know Knobloch's done this before. We kind of shows his hand and then changes it back to what we're used to seeing. So are you happy with the Connor? I think everybody's kind of okay with the Connor Murphy. I don't think anyone's upset about it. We're just bringing up certain situations. And is he the missing link? We'll wait and see. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out this, guys. Unified MMA 68 is coming to the River Cree Friday, March 27th. Doors open at 6, event at 7. Tickets go on sale today. You can go to River Cree Ticketmaster box office or go to ticketmaster.ca. Tickets starting at $89.25 plus service charge and GST. So a nice little event coming to the River Cree, Joaquin. So Make sure you check that out. Don't go anywhere. Dwayne Roloson, former NHLer, former Edmonton Oilers goaltender, joins us here on EST Afternoons. It's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas. Slam that thumbs up for us. More Oilers talk and NHL talk. And we got to get down to our fantasy F1 league as well. That's coming up in the second hour. Plus the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. We're back after the break.
Connor Murphy is on his way to Edmonton but won't play tonight, while Connor Ingram gets his third consecutive start for the Oilers. Join Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson, 6 o'clock. They preview the Oilers-Sens matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tune in right here on EST. Other action, it's Anaheim and Colorado dropping the puck. Vegas will hit the ice in Buffalo as the Sharks and Habs battle, having 11 games in the NHL tonight. Exhibition play in the World Baseball Classic. Toronto leads Canada 7-3 midway through the seventh. Elsewhere, 33-year-old Jurickson Profar, the Braves, have been suspended for an entire season, 162 games after testing positive for performance-enhancing drugs for the second time in the past year. He forfeits his $15 million salary and is ineligible to play in the postseason. At the Briar, Canada's Brad Jacobs trails Quebec's Jean-Michel Maynard 5-4 in the eighth end. Jacobs rank undefeated through 4 games with Hammer and 10 games in the NBA. It's the Raptors and Knicks duking it out at 5:30. New York third in the East, winners of 2 straight, while Toronto sits 5th in the conference, looking to win 2 in a row. This sports update is brought to you by the Capital Care Foundation. Financial support deeply affects residents at Capital Care, whether it's a one-time donation or monthly contribution. Every penny counts. Find out how you can donate at Capital Care Foundation.net. Dwayne Roloson, Oilers legend, next up here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric.
Craig Buttons.
Connor Murphy's a really solid player, and he's a stable, steady player. The exact type of player that Darnell Nurse needs. Jake Wallman cannot play the offside, and he doesn't help Darnell Nurse. Bottom line is, Darnell Nurse, when he's at his best, has a stabilizer around him. I think Connor Murphy is exactly that.
The Nielsen Show with Lieutenant Eric. Weekday mornings, 6 to 9. Only on Edmonton Sports Talk. Your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Get ready for a boot-stomping good time with Gord Bamford. Live in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Gord Bamford, March 20th, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Looking for flooring? Paramount Flooring has it all. Sales, service, and expert installation. With options for every style and budget, open 7 days a week. We've got you covered. Quick delivery and in-stock deals. Plus, EST listeners get 10% off. Visit ParamountFlooring.ca today.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
We're back here on EST Afternoons. Just Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas. A little spiciness in that segment. Ooh. Coming in hot, Walk from the morning show. Really? Not messing around. People are like, Joaquin is spicy.
What? It's normal.
He's upset. Cass is leaving.
I hate goodbyes.
Oh, boy. Connor Ingram, your starter today for the Edmonton Oilers. We talked about it a bit yesterday. I thought he was going to go back to Tristan Jarry. I'm glad he's going with Ingram tonight. That's the right call.
Yeah.
Because you were big on him on Saturday's loss. They're like, that was not on goaltending.
No.
You're just waiting ahead of. We're just waiting for Dwayne Roloson. Coop's trying to connect with him.
I know he was coaching
okay.
in playoffs and stuff, so said he should be good, but
yeah, even if we have to push him back, we have the 140 segment available as well. So I guess too, like this Connor Murphy stuff, Joaquin, is it fair to say it's fine, it's okay, he's here, he's going to help in certain aspects, but at the end of the day, you're just looking at it as, is it like, do we want to call it like a lateral move? Do we want to call it a small upgrade? Like, which way should we go here? Because people, I think, are asking us if we're not happy about it. Well, I mean, it is what it is. It's a veteran defenseman. That's a defensive defenseman, which is good. But again, it's 32-year-old Connor Murphy, I guess, is what we're getting at.
It's a replacement for what you got rid of. Am I wrong?
No.
I mean, and is he going to help? Yes, from all accounts, I think he is going to help because that's what you needed in the first place. But one guy doesn't change he's not Chris Pronger, okay? He can't change the whole dynamic of a team.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. It might comment on how many people have watched him, but like, let's just be real here. Like, Joaquin, I can't sit here and tell you Connor Murphy's this and that because unless they play the Oilers, I'm not really focusing on Connor Murphy. And if I'm watching another game, it's usually on for 5-10 minutes and I'm doing stuff around the house.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I'm not focused in. So sure, we can look at his analytics. We can look at his time on ice. We can look at his PK numbers. Sure, we can. But again, at least for me, I don't want to speak for Joaquin. For me, the eye test is the biggest. And that's what I want to see. We're going to see him now for the final 20 games because they have 21 left. He won't play tonight. And I want to see what he can bring to this team. Now, he's going to play top 4 minutes, I'm thinking, because then Emerson's going to be your third. So you go from there. Now, Joaquin, does it matter to you if he plays with Wallman or Nurse?
I think what we've seen is Nurse plays best with someone that plays his right side, right? So it's lefty-righty or righty-lefty, whatever you want to say. But I do believe it's Darnell Nurse. I think then when you put Wallman with Emerson, you still get that lefty-righty that I think is important. And unfortunately, it pushes one of the guys out with Stastny, who I thought was playing quite well. But you have to. That Wallman-Nurse pair was really struggling.
Oh yeah,
and it just didn't. It didn't seem like they were going to get it back. Like they had a rough night in Anaheim, got it back together in LA, but it was too spotty again in San Jose. They need a change. And it's not going to be easy, right? Like it's just like anything, building chemistry with a player. I think you might be able to do it a little bit easier as a defenseman instead of a forward, but still, there's going to be things.
Mm-hmm. Because someone texted in, I think, or put it on the nasty chat. Wallman in his last 15 games has 1 hit. So would you go Wallman, Connor Murphy, because he has a bit more of a mean streak? Maybe you can get that out of him, and then go Nurse, Emerson, who have looked fine when they've played in their limited time. Because you're still doing the lefty-righty, but then maybe you're playing that pair more than the Nurse-Emerson pair, and that's maybe what Nurse needs at this time is maybe just a few minutes off his total so he can play a simpler game.
The reason why I put Nurse and Murphy together is that should be your default up a goal, minute and a half left. They're out there.
The killer duo.
The tribe has spoken. They put out the flame. You're done, right? You're not getting chances against them. With Emerson, he's a little bit more, I would say more of a stay-at-home D-man that can moves quite well. Wallman provides a little bit more offense, I think, than Nurse does.
Yeah.
And then you have obviously Bouchard and Ekholm with Bouch, he's quite offensive and Ekholm's that anchor. So you have the shutdown duo and you have the top kind of offensive defense and then the tier 2 of the offensive defenseman and defensive defenseman.
Yeah, I don't mind that either. This one from Max Bezizu says, I think they should go Ekholm Murphy, Wallman, Bouchard, Nurse, Emberson.
Yeah, you might see it. Who knows?
Yeah, you might. I mean, there's no. I mean, why not try something different, right? Gord says Nurse Emberson has played decent. I'd go Murphy and Nurse. Both those pairs play 16, 18 minutes a night as Bouchard 25. Yep, that's good. Pyro says, yeah, I'd go Wallman Murphy for sure. Nurse should be deployed as a third pairing D-man. Very, very interesting. Connor Murphy will wear number 5. And someone was saying, but aren't stats what are there to kind of judge a player? Sure. Yes, 100%. But so if that's the case, we're looking at let's look at his plus minus. You're going to be alarmed, right?
Yeah.
And again, is that fair? No. And you take plus minus with a grain of salt. Sure you do. Yeah. Because it's not always just them. But on the surface, are we going to grade him on his plus minus? I don't think we should either, because I want to see this guy live in action.
No, I think you put everything in the trash now.
Sure.
I think you can do that with everyone on the Edmonton Oilers right now. 20 games left now? Is it 20?
21.
21.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is 7-game segments here, right? Is probably maybe what you would see the coach do. So these next 7 games, I haven't actually looked at who they're playing, but you definitely need to be what was it? We said like 600 hockey over this, and simplify it a little bit. And this is all that matters. Everyone starts at 0. It's almost like starting the playoff. Everyone's at 0 now.
Clean slate.
Yeah. And that's sometimes that's what the trade deadline does too, right? Because now you're not, half these guys have no trades, so they know nothing's going to change anyway. But the subtle adjustments to your team can still happen. Now, once Friday at noon hits or whatever the timing is, those are your warriors. Those are your fellow combatants that are going to try to do something special, make the playoffs, and win the last game of the year, right? So it's kind of a finality, and it's a good thing. I think it's a good thing to happen. But now it's put up or shut up time.
Yeah. And we heard Stan Bowman's comments in Knobloch yesterday, and they said they need more from this team. Knobloch said the 6 defensemen have to be better. Mm-hmm. There's more to give. The players were asked today, they all know it. I mean, this is a veteran group, and they've been through ups and downs through a lot of interesting times here with the Oilers guys. So this is nothing new to them. We'll see how they respond tonight. This one says from Bruins fan Chris. Where did it go? Oh,
that's what he said. Where did it go? Where did what go?
It said Connor Murphy is -3 this season, a -66 career. Sure. And that's on the surface, right, guys? He can come in here and be a stud.
Yeah,
he can. He can come in here and be just okay, or the team's going to continue to struggle as a whole defensively, right?
Look, he's going to want to impress too. It's a 100%. It's a contract year for him, right?
And not just that, he's coming to a playoff team.
Yeah,
right?
something that, I mean,
he hasn't been.
Chicago's not going to make the playoffs this year, so.
Yeah, and he hasn't been in the playoffs for quite some time. The last time he was in the playoffs was 1920, so played 9 games. I think that's the team that took out the Oilers in the bubble playoffs. Yeah.
You said 1920. I go, how old is this guy? Then I put it together.
And listen, he's 32. I know that's
32,
young, but
106.
We're talking in like hockey terms. So, yeah, I honestly, if he plays with Nurse, I agree with Gage. That should be like your monster pair. That the forwards are going to be like, I don't want to go in that zone because you're going to feel it. If not, I don't mind it with Wallman because he's going to bring a physicality to that pair. PK, I mean, Bouchard surprisingly has been really good on the penalty kill, especially as of late.
I think, I don't know why, but I was watching it. I think you got to get Connor off the penalty kill.
Oh, he's playing too much.
I don't like
it. I don't like it.
I don't like it.
Yeah, and you gotta. So Connor Murphy, who's he going to replace on the PK? Because he's going to play there. He leads the Chicago Blackhawks in ice time when it comes to the penalty kill, and they're the number 1 unit. Coop.
Well, just some thoughts on McDavid here playing on the PK. Now, it's not always a great look to have your star talent having to also kill penalties, with McDavid not being a fully two-way player. He's an offensive guy. He's going to take risks. But when I see him on the ice, when he's on the penalty kill, he's still creating those opportunities. He's had a few good rushes. And, you know, you think about it, compared to Wayne Gretzky, he holds a league record for shorthanded goals. So if you have a guy like that who can create those chances when you have a struggling penalty kill, if you can't keep it out of your own net, why not try and push for offense in another sense too?
Well,
but I know what you mean.
But that's the thing, right? Like, I get why he's out there, Joaquin, because he can generate by himself, right? He's dangerous.
Yeah, but this is the whole mindset. This is the whole thing that Bowman was saying yesterday. The pendulum swung too far to the offensive side.
Yeah.
We need to play a little bit more structured defensively.
Yeah, and what he said was, he goes, we got to stop thinking we can score on every shift.
Yeah.
And that's such an interesting comment. It's truly, truly interesting. How about we do this? We go to a quick break. We come back with Dwayne Roloson.
Sounds good.
Is that good?
Sound good.
Okay, it's Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas here on EST Afternoons. Hit us up on the River Korean box, 780-218-9999 on the Nasty Chat, and slam that thumbs up for us. We're back with Dwayne Roloson.
Edmonton's Connor Murphy will not play tonight, but should be available for Friday's contest against the Hurricanes at ice level. Connor Ingram starts his third consecutive game as Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the matchup. Oilers-Senators during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Tune in at 6 o'clock right here on EST. Other action, Anaheim and Colorado drop the puck. Vegas, they hit the ice in Buffalo, while the Sharks and Habs battle 11 games around the NHL exhibition play in the World Baseball Classic. Toronto leading Canada 7-4 bottom of the 8th. And out the Briar, Canada's Brad Jacobs leads Quebec's Jean-Michel Maynard 7-4 in the 9th end. Jacobs ranks scoring twice in the 8th. They're undefeated through 4 games played. 10 games over in the NBA. It's the Raptors and Knicks duking it out. 5:30. New York third in the East, winners of 2 straight, while Toronto sits 5th in the conference, looking to win 2 in a row. Dwayne Roloson checks in on the other side of the break here on EST Afternoons. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
EST Hangout.
I would try to set the record for most teams played for.
Mike Sillinger.
Right? Like, it would be like, hey, and like the team, like, we would love to have you back. That's great, but I need to go to my next team. So thank you very much.
You want to do the Will Ferrell in the field and try to play for every team, right?
And
like he did in spring training.
And everyone says, great guy. And
The EST Hangout, presented by Sentinel Storage. Weekday mornings 9 to 11, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Edmonton, be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Time for a new career in 2026? Or maybe your kid is still pondering their path. Good news! Weiss Johnson is hiring. It's Dennis, and not only are we hiring for heating and air conditioning, we're also looking for experienced plumbers and gas fitters. With the growth in residential development, there's no shortage of opportunities at Weiss Johnson. Choose your path with us. Learn from one of the industry leaders, and we will grow together. Receive great benefits and school reimbursement as well. Visit weiss-johnson.com today.
Looking for quality building materials and friendly advice? Visit us at Windsor Plywood Leduc, family owned and locally run since 1993. From interior materials for doors, flooring, baseboards, and all the finishing touches to all you need for your outdoor projects like cedar lumber for decks and fences, plus all the plywood you'd need. Our full-time on-staff carpenter can help with anything odd-sized or custom, and from domestic hardwoods to exotic selections, we've got you covered. And if we don't have it, we'll track it down for you. Windsor Plywood Leduc. We're the experts you need to know.
Hey, we're back here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, Zach Kubish with you here. It's Oilers game day. They host the Ottawa Senators. Don't forget the Oil Stream pregame show with Tom Gazzola gets going at 6 o'clock following the Reed Wilkins show with Jay Milne. They'll be on from 3 till 6. Our next guest is brought to you by Old Country Towing. Edmonton's most trusted 24/7 roadside rescue team, fast, safe, and reliable for over 15 years. Whether it's a game day or a snowstorm, we work as hard as your favorite team to get you going. Call 780-986-6088 for all your towing needs. And with that, we bring in former NHLer, former Edmonton Oiler, Dwayne Roloson to the show. Dwayne, thank you for taking some time this afternoon to join us. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great, thanks. Sorry for the mix-up. I got a little lost coming back from preparing for a playoff game here today, so my mind was somewhere else. But I made it all work. Sorry, Gager.
No worries, buddy.
No
How's playoffs going? I know it's a stressful time.
Yeah, it's our first game, and then it's college, so it's one game. Winner take it all. So hopefully we win tonight, and then we got the weekend. We'll deal with that later, but I got to figure out tonight first.
Perfect. Dwayne, thanks for coming on. I really appreciate it. One of the main kind of reasons you were part of arguably one of the best pickups in Oilers history around the trade deadline. Can you tell us what it was like coming to a team and with a playoff push and what that transition was like for you?
Yeah, it was weird because I'm going into an organization that had played a lot against, playing in the West a lot and being in Calgary and Minnesota, and so I played against them a lot. And then in the minors, as you know, I was in St. John and they were in Cape Breton, so it was we played against all the Oiler guys growing up in the minors. So once I got traded to Edmonton, it was I felt comfortable. I pretty much knew everybody because I played against them so many times. And then Prongs was there, who I knew from St. Louis. And, it was, the transition in was so easy, just how tight the team was. They welcomed everybody. It was such an easy transition for me and my family, and literally just hit the ground running.
Dwayne, sorry, Dwayne, to cut you off there, but you're talking about transition. How about on the ice? Did it take you a few games? Did it take you a handful of games to kind of get into grips with your new team there on the ice?
Yeah, it did. Coming from Minnesota, where we were, coached by Jacques Lemaire, who, a lot of stick on puck, not a lot of body. Don't block shots. That's the goalie's job. To Edmonton, we're a lot more physical. Mac T, we need to block shots. And so I was sort of the first little bit, I'm like, what's going on here? I'm trying to watch a puck and my guys are trying to block it. And so we came up with a game plan, Stevie Sales, who you guys are playing tonight. He liked to slide, and, Jason Smith would like to stay up on his feet. So we end up coming up with some rules. Stevie, if you're going down, I got everything high. Anything goes underneath you and in, that's on you. Gator, pucks going east to west here, take away the far side. I got take away the short side, the new short side. I got the far side. Or if it's staying strong side, you take take away the far side of that. We came up with some rules and made their lives easier and made my life easier. So they weren't getting caught out of position. I wasn't getting screened as much, so I could actually see pucks. So it was a working. Like, it took a little bit of time, but once we got it all ironed out, it worked phenomenal for us. And as a group, our back end was phenomenal. The play behind.
Dwayne, what was the rule for Chris Pronger?
Prongs, just get out of the way, don't get hit by a puck, and we'll try and get you the puck. Because Prongs wasn't going to stop and block a puck anyways, unless it unfortunately hit him by mistake. But and rightfully so. That wasn't his job. His job was to do other things, and so he was okay with it. They didn't have to block shots.
Dwayne, I don't know how much you've watched of the Edmonton Oilers this year, but obviously there's two goalies here with Tristan Jarry and Connor Ingram. It does look like Connor Ingram's kind of got the ball as he's going tonight against the Ottawa Senators. I just want to pick your brain a little bit, because I remember when Mac T came out and said, Dwayne's my guy. This is my ride or die going to on this playoff push. How important was that for you to hear your coach have the confidence in you as the man, and the ability then to just kind of, like you said, have that relationship with your defenseman, create those kind of structured things that you had, and just going forward till you got to the playoffs?
Yeah, it was a little bit different with the situation that I was coming into in Edmonton. When they traded for me, I was pretty much like, Mac was like, hey, this is yours. Like, it's going to be you, and prove me wrong, or until you prove me wrong that you can't handle it. So I knew when I first got traded there, that's the situation. Then obviously the media is the media, and being in Canada, it's a different animal. And, Mac T outrightly said it. And for me, I didn't look at the media. I didn't watch the media. I didn't pay attention to any of it on purpose. So I didn't even know he outrightly said that to the media. Like, I just knew what he told me. And, so I was just going by what he said. Like I said, I never really paid much attention to the media, but Matt saying that to me straight up was, a lot of confidence in him to say that. It made me feel good. It's like, okay, now it's up to me to take this and let's run with it, and let's make this the best possible situation we can make it. And, for me, that gave me the confidence to play relaxed and be able to stop pucks and not worry about if I let a bad one in or let one in that I was going to get pulled. So I wasn't looking over my shoulder every night. I was just going to play and do, cliche as it sounds, and Gage, you can relate to this, is like, give our guys a chance to win. That literally was our job, and give them a chance to win day in and day out. And that's what I tried to do.
Former Edmonton Oiler Dwayne Roloson joining us here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas here with you on Edmonton Oilers Game Day. Dwayne, so the Oilers went out, and the topic for the last 3 years has been goaltending. They moved on from Stuart Skinner, Calvin Pickett's in the minors. They traded for Tristan Jarry. It hasn't gone well for him here in Edmonton. And Stan Bowman's getting a bit of heat here for the return that he had to send to the Pittsburgh Penguins. For a guy like Tristan Jarry, who's been in this league for a while now, what can he do in your eyes to get kind of that confidence back and kind of push Connor Ingram for that number one spot?
Well, for him, he played junior in Edmonton. I do believe they won the Memorial Cup there when he was there. And, so just trying to dig deep back into those memories and trying to find some confidence. Like, it's been an up and down couple of years for him as a pro. Like, even in Pittsburgh, it was, 2 years ago, he was up and down in the minors and stuff was going on with him. It's just, for him, it's just trying to find his old self. So, like, trying to find the belief again and realistically not trying to put so much pressure on yourself to go win a hockey game. That's part of a goalie. I'm telling my young guys here, like, we can't score goals. every once in a while we might get lucky and throw one in the empty net, but we can't. That's not our job. Our job is to stop pucks, and we can only control certain things, and that's giving our guys, and I said it before, give our guys a chance to win. Stop the ones we're supposed to. If we can steal a couple, one, maybe two that we're not supposed to, that's giving our guys a chance to win, and not putting all that extra pressure on being great every night. You don't have to be. You just have to be good. Be the best you. And if he gives them a chance, and if he's his best self, then he'll be fine, and the organization will be fine, and they'll go on a long run.
Dwayne, I've always wanted to ask you this. I know this sounds bad, but you played a long time, and I remember some of our battles in the St. John Flames and Cape Breton Oilers, and we were still stacking pads and kick saves. But I always felt that you were one of the best goalies to adapt to different styles as we got older, as the style of the position changed. How were you able to change they always said they can't teach a dog new tricks, but you seem to learn those new ways of moving around, say in the net, and incorporate those into a game that probably started out with most of your goalie coaches saying, after you stop the puck, get back to your feet. That's what we heard as kids. Yeah, exactly. Or never leave your feet. Yeah. I actually gave, we had in one of our practices, one of our guys did a 2-pad stack. And I'm like, I was giving them like, hey, not worthy type of thing. That's impressive, when I came out of college, I was a stand-up skate save goalie coming out of college, and Rolly Melanson was my goalie coach in St. John, and we would spend so much time on butterfly slides and butterflies and all these different things. And I just remember one night, I'm not sure who we were playing, it might have been Fredericton or somebody, slap shot from outside the blue line. I open up and do a skate save, try to kick it to the corner. It goes off my ankle, and now I'm hobbling around for the rest of the game. And first thing Rolly says is, I don't think you're going to do a skate save ever again now. And from that point on, it was a lot of work, and I struggled for a couple of years. It was just, it was tough to do because you're changing all your muscle memory, you're changing all your firing patterns to a different style. So, Rolly gave me the technique, and we worked on the technique, and then just worked on it and just kept on working on it, and not worrying about the failures, more worried about the success part of it, and how simple a game became and how easier it was to play. And, I think using the two, and the foundational part of a stand-up skate save goalie was all about movements, and using the two, combining my movements with the new butterfly style, really helped my game and helped me prolong my career, that's for sure.
Dwayne, I have to ask, when you're with the Oilers in that playoff run, you had an awesome play. Usually on the PK, you grab the puck, throw it up in the air, and bat it out of the zone. I just got to ask, I'm sure your teammates loved it, but what was Mac T saying to you when you were pulling those plays off?
Mac never really said anything about it. Only coach that said anything to me about it was Jock Lemaire. Jock said, I'm great with you not taking a face-off in our end, because we didn't have very good centers. But if you ever mess it up once, you'll never do it again. And that's the only time that it was ever said. And, and I learned it from, he didn't do it the same way, but Dominic Hasek used to grab a puck in his glove when he'd drop his stick, but then he used his blocker. He'd just throw it up and blocker it out. And I asked him the one night, I said, why? He goes, I just don't want a face-off. I don't want to get a face-off there. And he was able to get it out of the zone. And, so I started goofing around with it in practice and doing different things. And that's what I came up with, and it seemed to work. I got to a point where I think I got an assist on it the one night in Vancouver. We're back to Alexander Daigle, actually. Little punch shot right to him. coming out of the zone, and he was expecting it, and we end up getting a goal on it. So, but it was more or less just so we didn't take a whistle late in the game, or to give them momentum or give them an opportunity to come up with a play to create offense. So that was pretty much the reason why I did it.
Dwayne, tell us a little bit about tonight's game. Where is it? What are playoffs? So how's your team doing? Does it look like it's going to be a tough one, and moving on?
Yeah, we play Army. So we're in Niagara tonight, Niagara University in Niagara Falls, Lewiston, New York. And so for our team, we've struggled to score goals. We're winning games 2-1 or losing games 3-1, 3-2, so our goalies have been doing their jobs, trying to keep pucks out of the net and giving us a chance to win. It's just us trying to create or finish. We got a lot of Swedish guys, not a lot of Finnish guys, as cliche it is, but we're generating a lot. We're just getting good looks. We just can't find the back of the net right now. So, but we've been playing well of late. We're creating a lot, and we've been finding the back of the net. So hopefully we can continue that on and take some pressure off our young goalies. We have a first year guy and a second year guy playing that for us. So it's a lot of pressure on them to hold the fort. But for the most part, they've been doing a good job. Now we just gotta go out and put some pucks in the net and take some pressure off of them early.
Dwayne, this has been fantastic. Thank you for taking some time this afternoon to join us here on EST Afternoons. Best of luck tonight, and enjoy the rest of the NHL season and into the playoffs.
All right. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it.
Thanks, Dwayne.
Former Edmonton Oiler, former NHLer, Dwayne Roloson, courtesy of Joaquin Gage. Great get, buddy. That was fantastic. I had to ask that question about him back in the podcast.
I know.
Growing back in the day before I was in the media business and just being a big fan, I was like, that's awesome.
Man, that run he went on, how fantastic was he?
He was great.
And I remember playing against him.
Yeah.
Right? Like when he was in the minors and I was in the minors, and we played like 12 times against one another. And yeah, it was kick saves and pad stacks and stuff. And I always felt like, how is this guy how is he looking like today's goalies? Yeah. And it was amazing. He was the best I ever saw to adapt to a new style of play. Mm-hmm. And you look at the success. He played till he was 40, I think.
Yeah.
Right? And he was one knee injury away from winning a cup here. And I know people wanted to hear it. I saw a couple people, Marc-Andre Bergeron things, but he's already said that, and it still hurts.
Yeah.
And so I didn't want to.
You don't want to keep going.
You don't dig with that thing.
No,
that's terrible.
And you got to keep in mind, they're all teammates. And he said it was a close group. Yeah. They all loved each other. So, yeah, we're going to go there. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out the Tap 25 restaurant. We're 50% off. It's 50% off the entire menu, 7 days a week from 2 to 5 p.m. On the other side of the break, we're still heading to Chicago to get the goods on Connor Murphy. We got to do the Screw It, Let's Do It parlay. Lots of F1 talk as well coming your way as we have to set up the fantasy league, and a busy night in the NHL. Don't go anywhere. Slam that thumbs up for us. We're back with Hour 2 here on EST Afternoons.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne.
So you're saying the Oilers have acquired the number one shorthanded ice time guy on the number one penalty killing team in the NHL?
Correct. Look, they're 26th in the NHL in PK, 26th in goals against. This team does not need another puck-moving defenseman. They need a defensive defenseman to stay in front of the net, to be physical along the boards. This is exactly what Connor Murphy will bring.
The Reed Wilkins Show with Jay Milne, weekday afternoon 3 to 6, only on Edmonton Sports Talk, your clear choice for Edmonton sports.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
Get ready for a boot stomping good time with Gord Bamford. Live in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Gord Bamford, March 20th, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new, tons of options, and the good stuff like face-off fried pickles and steins of Bud Light. Monday to Saturday, 2 to 6 p.m. starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
Edmonton's Connor Murphy won't play tonight. He should be good to go Friday against the Hurricanes. Ice level tonight. Connor Ingram gets his third consecutive start for the Oilers as they face the Senators. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson free with the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. That gets going at 6 o'clock right here on EST. And some news breaking in the NFL according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network. The Cardinals are releasing Kyler Murray, who will now head to free agency. Murray's owed a guaranteed amount of nearly $37 million for next season. And the Colts, they place a transition tag on Daniel Jones that gives Indianapolis the right to match any competing offer sheet Jones might sign in free agency. If Jones doesn't ink an offer sheet with another crew, he'll get a guaranteed one-year deal worth nearly $38 million. At the Briar, it's Newfoundland's Brad Gushu, Nova Scotia's Kendall Thompson. In action, it's tied at 8-side with Thompson's rink scoring twice in the 10th, and they're in extras. Gushu's rank undefeated through 4 matches. An exhibition play at the World Baseball Classic, Canada and Toronto underway. Top of the 9th, the Jays lead 10-7. I'm Zachary Kubish. That was your sports update. The second hour of VST Afternoon starts right now.
I'm your Huckleberry.
We're back here with Hour 2 here on EST Afternoon, live from the William Huff Studios. Just having some fun with Coov here during the break. Since 1952, William Huff has provided industry-leading advertising solutions for thousands of Valley clients. Their unparalleled customer service combined with decade of industry expertise and a desire to make every job the very best it can be is what they call the William Huff Advantage. Visit their website at williamhuff.com or give them a shout at 780-454-4536. If you missed Dwayne Roloson, we'll have that up shortly as well. You can always go back on Apple, Spotify, download the podcast, or you can just rewind. On the good old YouTube. Still to come, Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune will get the goods on Connor Murphy. And let's continue to tee up the Oilers here, buddy. A big game tonight. They're finally home. Been forever. Of course, the Olympic break in there as well. They host the Ottawa Senators. These were the lines they had yesterday. RNH with McDavid and Hyman. Draisaitl with Podkolzin and Kapanen. I thought Savoy was looking really good on that line. But we move on. Rozovic between Savoy and Frederick. Lazar with Enrique. And then they called up, who are the two call-ups? Szymanski. So he's going to be in there. And Ike Howard. I don't know what's going on with Ike Howard right now.
Well, he's called up and then loaned back to Bakersfield.
They sent him back?
After the move with Murphy. Yeah, on the NHL official, I guess, press release for everybody to go and view on NHL News. Yeah, that was one of the bottom sentences. The very last sentence, I think it said.
You never read till the bottom, right? So.
Well, yeah, because they called him up, 4 hours prior, right? So it's kind of weird look, but
what's that
all
boat
management.
That is that the riverboat, the Edmonton riverboat?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
Are Wallman and Bouchard working that thing tonight? Because it's that's a riverboat gambling pair if I've ever heard one.
Wallman has one hit in his last 15, and Bouchard's been good. It's
been offensively unbelievable.
Yeah, he's a little soft in front of the net.
Little.
Yeah. That's an interesting pairing. Nurse with Emerson, Ekholm with Stastny, who's Stastny is probably going to be the odd man out once Connor Murphy makes his debut, which is a little unfortunate. I mean, Stastny has done nothing wrong. He's tailed off just a bit from the hot start when he came on over earlier in December, but he's probably going to be the odd man out going forward. Do you like that they're going back to Podkolzin, Kapanen, and Draisaitl, Joaquin?
No.
Is it because he was showing some success with Savoy and Roslovic?
Yes.
Okay. Just that.
I didn't think they were a bad line.
No, either did I.
I thought Roslovic and I thought that Leon and Roslovic were kind of clicking in a good way. I don't like that move, but to tell you the truth, and I don't know for sure, but just on the eye test, watching Kapanen, he looked like his diaper was poopy.
Oh,
he had his head down, and
because he wasn't in the top six.
Was in the top six.
Huh. That's very interesting.
He looked like he was upset, and
well, that's unfortunate.
Yeah, I could be wrong. I could be completely wrong. I understand it. Like you were playing with Leon and Podkolzin and having some success and playing lots, right? And all of a sudden you go to the fourth line and you're not playing as much. I don't know. Maybe I haven't really done a deep dive into their lineup, but I mean, you got Tkachuk. Are they going up against the Cousins line? Is that kind of what you would prefer?
Mm-hmm.
I think
Tkachuk's going to be a pain. You know what?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And if you go Draisaitl against the Tkachuk Cousins with Podkolzin and Kapanen, that's a little bit more meat on that. I mean, Greg, another kid I held as a baby.
Really?
Yeah.
He's got a little bit of
he's nasty.
He's nasty.
He's very nasty. And Cousins is kind of a Nuge-esque kind of guy too. Like he's tough.
Yeah, he's really come around too, with this team.
And then you got, of course, Tkachuk, who's a really good, honest hockey player.
Smitty the Welder says it was for cap reasons. Now Howard and Szymanski are at a lower cap hit. We read the Puckpedia note about that yesterday on the morning show, so Smitty the Welder is correct. Play Szymanski with Leon, you cowards. That's what we want to see. That's what the people want to see. And Connor Ingram gets a start. I don't think anyone's upset about that. Let's look. These are the lines. This is not official, but this is what they rolled out last time. The Ottawa Senators, Batherson with Stützle and Giroux. Good line. Cousins between Ridley Gregg and Brady Tkachuk. Shane Pinto with Michael Amadio and Nick Cousins. And Stephen Halliday with Lars Eller and Fabian Zetterlund. Defensively, very good decor. Sanderson with Zub. Shabbat with Jensen. Tyler Cleveland with Jordan Spence. Jordan Spence, eh? I always like that player. I don't know what's going on there. Jake Sanderson's an absolute stud. And then have they confirmed the starting goal? I know Connor Ingram's been confirmed. Let's look if they have one. Yes, Linus Ullmark.
Are they going to acknowledge the Olympians tonight?
Oh, maybe.
A lot of U.S. guys on there.
So Linus,
maybe not.
Linus Ullmark gets the start. I want to look this up because I think the Oilers have dominated Ottawa. Like it's not even close, Joaquin. I could be wrong. That's Smitty the Welder and most of our nasties know. I'm rarely wrong. Let's take a look. That's a joke, by the way.
Matthew Hyman of the chat. Welcome back to your home, Hernan and Gager. Too good for your home.
Too good. Well, let's look at their last 7 games. The Oilers have won 6, Joaquin. I'd say that's domination.
Last how many?
7 games. They've won
6. That's some good domination.
In their last 18, they've won 15 of those.
Yeah, that's they've had their way with the Sens.
Yeah.
Well, a lot of that was bubble hockey, though, wasn't it? And then
a lot of it because they played 8 times.
Yeah, and they just destroyed them.
Dominated. Stuart Skinner got his first win in the game.
Darnell Nurse should be subsidizing some of the Ottawa Senators because I think he had half his goals against Ottawa.
That's a good point. Yeah, taking nothing away. Hey,
you still got to score.
Still got to score, and you still got to win. You still got to win those games. So you know what that means, Joaquin?
That the Ottawa Senators be open to a trade for Darnell Nurse?
That either the Sens are due.
Oh God! Your do stuff is crap. It's crap. You picked the Leafs yesterday. Maybe that's why I'm upset.
They lost, but they lost in a shootout.
They still lost.
Hey, Wyatt Johnson didn't score either.
So I was right.
You were right, buddy. Like always. You're always right. No, but I was going to say, outside of the do stuff, what was I going to say? Oh, the Oilers are going to continue rolling the Sens.
You think so?
Yes. I might even pick 25 on my parlay today. That's how crazy I'm going to get.
Oh, my God.
Okay, then we got to go with something really easy.
Can you pull up his stats against Ottawa? I think they're astronomical, aren't they?
Darnell.
Well, the whole team just rolls like McDavid and Draisaitl just eat when they play the Senators. Especially during that COVID year.
But you're right. I think Darnell always scores against the Ottawa Senators. Let me look at his splits.
Darnell Nurse hat trick is what you're saying.
No, I wouldn't go that crazy.
Probably get Sanderson out of there for him.
Ooh, that's not what I want. Okay,
well, his dad's from Edmonton, Sanderson. Geoff.
Golf. Okay, so in 25 career games against Ottawa, he has 16 points, which is pretty damn good. Yeah. 7 goals, 9 assists. He does better game. No, that's not better. I'm trying to see who is best. Actually, he does pretty well against the Winnipeg Jets, too.
Really?
Yeah. Is anyone sprinkling a little on Darnell today? Let us know. Who's fighting Tkachuk? Well, that'd be Connor Murphy, but he's not here yet.
Trent Frederick.
Frederick's feeling it right now. You don't want to mess up the hands, man.
Those silky mitts.
You don't want to do that.
He should. He scored 2 the other night, really.
He made sure. Good for him, man.
Might as well give him 2 for that effort, right?
Yeah.
Making sure that it's in the back of the net. Yeah.
I liked that.
This is a good one from Russ. Jake Wallman scored the OT winner versus Ottawa on October 21st, his first game of the season and the first defenseman on this roster to score a goal this season. Interesting. Rip City says Geoff is from Hay River.
Yeah, but his dad, by way of St. Albert.
He's a good player, man.
Geoff?
Yeah.
Geoff was awesome.
One-time Edmonton Oiler.
Yeah.
Then they traded him for Joni Pitkinen.
I remember playing against Geoff and Junior. He had a sledgehammer for a wrist shot. But he had he wasn't that tall, but he had like Popeye forearms.
His kid's better though. Eh?
Well, his dad was a forward.
Yeah.
But his kid's awesome.
Oh, he's great.
He's unreal.
Yeah. Quickly, some NFL news breaking here. This courtesy of Ian Rappaport. Where was that? I got it. I'm sorry, man. The Cardinals have informed Kyler Murray they are releasing him, adding a key free agent to the market. Very interesting, Joaquin.
Doesn't that guy play Xbox too much? Is that why?
He's like addicted to it or something.
Yeah.
I don't know if it's Call of Duty or Fortnite. It's one of those 2 games though, that he spends way too much time on.
Just take the TV out of his hotel room, man.
Oh my gosh. Your team tells you to stop playing video games.
Yeah. You know what's you know what's crazy?
Well, Line has that problem too.
Oh, Line, those guys bring the Xboxes on the road. My gosh.
Like 3-4 years ago, this guy was being deemed as a stud. Like, holy, this guy's great.
Well, wasn't he drafted in the MLB there as well? Like he was a prospect
maybe on his
there
Xbox.
Maybe NBA The Show.
They were
NBA
using his
2K.
stats he created of his own player.
I mean, he can retire and become a gamer and make millions.
Well, he's going to make almost 37 million guaranteed no matter what if he sits on his butt playing Call of Duty or signs with an NFL team.
Also, the Colts are issuing the transition tag to quarterback Daniel Jones. It's for $37.8 million. It's the first time since when the Falcons transition tag Jeff George.
And only 20 players too. All
That's
time.
crazy.
Since 2000, I think.
What happened to Kyler Murray? What happened, dog? Kyler Murray's best friends with Benny from Chris.
Yeah, they just run Chell 26 all day.
I like this one, Rip City Step. Sanderson and Castle's the most underrated dynamic duo ever. Yes, with the Hartford Whalers.
Yeah.
Really good. Jamie from Beaumont says Nurse fights Tkachuk tonight. He might. Nurse has been fighting a lot more this year. No?
No.
All right. Tommy will be so upset, says Hydro.
Why?
He's a Cardinals fan.
Cardinals fan.
Oh.
He's probably happy, though, because he hasn't been very
he's
good.
happy about that. How about those jerseys that look like they got put in the wash with like dirty cleats?
Yeah, the Darude Sandstorm.
What is that?
Kinda, yeah,
it
was
looks
weird.
terrible.
You know, from far out though on the broadcast, like it looked okay. You can kind of see the
they kind of have the
stippling,
same color as the Oilers' third jersey too, right? It's kind of that. But you get up close, they look
neon. Yeah,
they look gross.
It's like, whoa, did you roll around in the mud? Like, what were we doing here?
I mean, I can see they play on turf, don't they?
Yeah. Well, no, the NFL is more.
Yeah, but they play on turf.
I'd have to look that up.
Or maybe they don't. No, they don't. I mean, I'd be rolling around in that jersey. Is it natural?
There we go.
Do they? Well, maybe that's why they had to save on laundry. They don't have to wash the jerseys.
Yeah. Corey B says, "Nice hat, Hernan." Yeah, these are the new ones. Eh?
Yeah,
they're pretty smooth, man.
I lost mine.
No,
to my daughter.
Oh.
I walked in and it got knocked off my head, and I looked for it, and then she was wearing it.
Oh, no way.
Yeah,
Liliana.
She's at school rocking that thing right now.
Hey, promoting.
Yeah, but the teachers are mad at me there. They wanted me to play in the kids' game.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, you're like, screw that.
No way.
After your skills competition,
Yeah,
you're
that's
done.
it. I'm done.
I was going to get to one more thing, guys. I just can't remember now. Oh, this one. Hey, gents, can I entertain you the idea of the Oilers having interest in Mason Marchment as a third-line center? I mean, yeah.
Makes too much, does he? 4.5? Is it? I don't even know. Hey, I'm all for bringing a mush back to Edmonton.
Well, in December, Blue Jackets got him, right? From Seattle for a 2027 second rounder and a 26 fourth round pick.
You know, he's a free agent after this.
Pick him up.
Yeah, no, but honestly, that's a good name. I don't know if it's doable for the Oilers right now, but big body, tough to play against, has some skill. Like, that's the guy you'd like. Mason Marchment would be an absolute beast on this team.
You have to have the fight club with him and Hyman before, though, right?
Yeah, you do. Keep the text coming in to the River Korean box, 780-218-9999. Hit us up on the Nasty Chat. What do we have for thumbs? I don't even know. 70. Hey, that's not bad. We got
that's good.
250 watching. Let's get to 100. That's all we're asking.
Yeah.
That's all we're asking is 100. Coming up next, Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune will join us. We'll get the goods on Connor Murphy, and we'll see where this team's what they're thinking ahead of the deadline. Who's on the block? Who are they wanting to keep as well? The Chicago Blackhawks are going to miss another postseason here in the NHL. But a fun conversation on the way. Let's screw it. Let's do a parlay and some F1 still to come here on EST Afternoons. Joaquin, Gage, Hernan, Salas, and here's Zach Kubish with your sports update.
Edmonton's Connor Murphy will not play tonight, but should be available for Friday's contest against Carolina. At ice level, Connor Ingram gets his third consecutive start for the Oilers to face off against the Senators. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the game during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pre-game show. Coverage for that starts at 6 o'clock right here on EST. Elsewhere, Anaheim and Colorado drop the puck. It's Vegas hitting the ice in Buffalo while the Sharks and Habs battle 11 games in the NHL tonight. From New York, the Rangers, they place JT Miller on injured reserve. Upper body injury for him. Emily Kaplan of ESPN reporting that it's unrelated to the one he dealt with earlier this season. Some NFL news, it's Ian Rappaport breaking that the Cardinals are releasing Kyler Murray, who will now head to free agency. Murray is owed a guaranteed amount of nearly $37 million for next season. And the Colts, they've placed a transition tag on Daniel Jones that gives Indianapolis the right to match any competing offer sheet Jones might sign in free agency. If Jones doesn't ink an offer sheet with another team, he's guaranteed a 1-year deal worth nearly $38 million. 10 games over in the NBA. It's the Raptors and Knicks duking it out. 5:30 tip-off. New York third in the East, winners of 2 straight, while New York sits 5th in the conference, looking to win 2 in a row. To gain some more perspective on the Connor Murphy trade, Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune checks in next. I'm Zachary Kubish, and you're up to date.
When you cater with Royal Pizza, you're getting the same great pizzas, pastas, and salads you love, just bigger and built for a crowd. Perfect for teams, offices, or parties, Royal Pizza's catering brings real value around $10 per person. Delicious, high quality, and easy. If you like their pastas, you'll love their catering pastas even more. Visit royalpizza.ca or contact your local store for exact pricing and details.
So come on home, Royal Pizza, still making it great.
Sentinel Storage congratulates Team Canada for all their perseverance, dedication, and commitment. For representing our country so well, our athletes make us proud to call Canada home. Sentinel Storage, proudly Canadian and official storage partner of Team Canada.
Get ready for a boot stomping good time with Gord Bamford. Live in the venue at River Cree Resort and Casino. Gord Bamford, March 20th, presented by River Cree Resort and Casino and CFCW. Tickets at rivercreeresort.com.
River Cree Resort and Casino. Excitement. Bet on it.
Edmonton. Be part of history. Support Canada Soccer's men's national team as they battle Uzbekistan in the final send-off series ahead of the FIFA World Cup. Monday, June 1st at 7 p.m. at Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets on sale now at Ticketmaster.ca.
Hey Edmonton, did you know a local Play Alberta winner scored over $430,000 on Desert Fantasy? Think about the rec room you could build with that kind of cash. From major casino winners every hour to jackpots worth millions and hundreds of popular games to money that stays in the province, there has never been a better time to sign up for Play Alberta. Download the app today to get started with casino, sports, and lottery, all in one app. Must be 18 plus to play. When you gamble, use your game sense.
Skin that smoke wagon and see what happens.
Welcome back to EST Afternoons. Portions of this hour brought to you by the Canadian Brewhouse. Get lucky at the CBH this St. Patrick's Day, March 13th to the 17th. Enter to win a trip for 2 to Ireland and celebrate with green beer, Guinness, and Jameson shots. Don't miss the party at the CBH. That sounds fantastic. Guinness and Jameson shots?
No.
Would you go to Ireland with me?
Where?
Ireland.
Would I go to Ireland?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That'd be dope.
I've been to Ireland.
Is that right?
Mm-hmm. I was the, what was it called? Challenge Cup champion there.
Nice.
Champion. Ole. You should have seen that's the picture I showed you with me and doing the conga line with my wife and Ian Herbers.
Because in Spanish, it's campeón.
Oh,
yeah. Champion. Hey, tomorrow we're live from Mr. Mike's, eh?
Well, you get to use all those GCs I won last week. Hey,
kind of easy trivia, baby. So come say hi. Bonnie Doon, 8330 82nd Avenue. And we're good to go. All right. We're heading to Chi-Town right now. Got to get the goods on Connor Murphy. Gage and I came in hot. A lot of people didn't agree with us, but we're going to get the goods now as Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune joins us on the Old Country Towing Video Hotline. Kalen, how you doing today?
I'm great. How are you guys doing?
Oh, we're doing fantastic. Okay, buddy, we're gonna put you on the spot here. You got to tell us about. Okay, let's talk. Let's start with what Connor Murphy meant to that young team there in Chicago. He played a lot in the previous years for them, a lot of minutes. He was important this year on the PK. But what kind of guy was he there for that young team in Chi-Town?
I think what the biggest attribute of Murphy was how team-oriented he was, because he was traded from Arizona to Chicago in the years where the Blackhawks dynasty was kind of winding down, but he never really complained about the bad that happened there or anything, and that's how he kind of earned that A patch that he has now, and he just became naturally that figure that all the young defensemen and the young team looked up to.
Mm-hmm.
And I kind of always said that he had that contender mindset on a non-contending team. So I think now that he's in Edmonton on a contender team, I think that's a perfect fit for that. So I think that's what his best attribute was on the Blackhawks, in my opinion.
So what would you say to Edmonton Oilers fans that what they're going to see with Connor Murphy? Is this the shutdown defensive stalwart that the Edmonton Oilers fans have been looking for the better part of this year?
I would say he will be he's a very good defensive depth piece, and he's a big guy, fast, and he's very reliable too. I would say the best way to describe him is that he's very reliable, and that they're also getting somebody that's getting more confident with their shot. Coach Jeff Bledsoe wanted his defensemen to start shooting more, starting with Murphy and kind of the top pair all the way down to the bottom, and he's finding that confidence in his shot. I don't think it's like all the way 100% there just yet, but he's building more and more confidence in that shot and more power in that. So they're getting more offense than you would think with Murphy too, but I would say he's a very reliable piece on that, reliable defensive depth piece for Edmonton.
Kalen Lumpkins joining us here on EST Afternoons from the Chicago Tribune. Kalen, you kind of share with us what kind of meant to the Blackhawks team there, kind of what our strengths are. If there's a knock on Connor Murphy, you watched him all year, you probably watched him all last year. Is there a part of his game that needs improvement?
I would say that he's kind of building chemistry with some of his pair mates, but that's also because the pairs have been kind of shifted a lot in Chicago this season because Bledsoe has kind of experimented with the forward lines and the pairs. So I would say him kind of like building chemistry with somebody is something that he's still looking for. But when he does have that chemistry when he builds that with one of the Oilers defensemen, that, like I said, he'll be a very reliable piece. So I would say that's kind of what he improves on. It's kind of not his fault either, since there was so much experimentation with the pairs. But I would say that just if he's able to kind of stay on whatever it's the second or third pair or something like that, if he can stick with one or two guys, that's when he's the best.
Kalen, looking at the Chicago Blackhawks, it might be tough for them to try to find one of those wild card spots this season. Another season out of the playoffs, but a lot of building blocks that have moved the team forward. So they're on the right trajectory. How do you see the end of the week ending for Chicago? Is there any kind of moves that they're looking for to bolster a team, or is this be more maybe trying to get some picks and trying to move forward and build their team that way?
So when I talked to Kyle Davidson, the general manager of the Blackhawks, back in, I think it was early January, it didn't seem like he was kind of intentful on making like a big splash for a player when it comes to the deadline. So he's definitely building more picks. And I'm trying to find my words. Them and the Kings have been pretty in cahoots with each other. I believe the Kings were at the last two Blackhawks games, and Davidson was in LA last night, actually. So I think that could be something regarding Jason Dickinson, because they're kind of short on center. So that could be something. And overall, they just want to get younger as fast as possible, it seems. So Dickinson, even maybe Nick Foligno and Ilya Mikheyev could be on that block too. I don't think they're all going to get traded by Friday, but those are three players that could be on the move, and the team could look pretty different by Friday.
Kalen, just going back to Connor Murphy, I was just seeing his last 3 seasons before this one. His time on ice was around 19 to 20 minutes. This year, it's kind of dipped. He's sixth. He was sixth on the Blackhawks in terms of defense time on ice at 16:34. Is there a reason for the drop off in time on ice?
I think it just kind of goes into when they brought Bledsoe in, they wanted him to kind of be a building block for these younger players. So we're kind of shifting into that mode where these younger players are finding time. And of course, like Vlasic, who's at 24, is now the longest tenured Blackhawk on the team, if that tells you the youth about the team. So the season has been more of getting those young players that time, and Connor Murphy has been a good piece in the locker room, kind of give those younger defensemen confidence and kind of tips and things like that. But that's pretty much why, just to give those younger players more time. And as they bring more people in, like Kevin Korzinski joined the team pretty recently, I believe he's going to get more time in the future, but who knows? And some of the people they called up from Rockford. So yeah, like I said, just to give those younger pieces time and experience is why that time doing that. It's not really anything Murphy did. It's just them shifting to the younger mindset.
Fair enough. Kaylin, first time we're having you on the show, we always like to get to know our guests. Kind of what's your story? Are you from Chicago?
I am not from Chicago. I'm from Ohio, actually. Got the job with the Tribune last year. It'll be a 1-year anniversary in April, so that's coming up. From Ohio, born and raised, Toledo, Ohio, kind of right next to Michigan. Spent some time in South Carolina covering college sports, and then I flew over to Chicago last year and started covering the Blackhawks pretty recently. This is my first season with the team, actually, and it's been a blast. So yeah, that's a little bit about me.
Nice.
So Chicago, one of my favorite cities, always to venture out. Where's the? I forget the name of the place where I had the Chicago deep dish pizza, but where if you're in Chicago, where's the best deep dish pizza in your mind?
So I'm still exploring those deep dish pizzas.
I love it.
Probably. So I can't really say the best one just yet, but if you have been, the place you're probably thinking of is Giordano's. There's a million of them here. And they have phenomenal deep dish pizza, and that's the best deep dish I've had in my life. But there's so many places here that I haven't tried, so I feel like I can't give a good, solid answer on that. Maybe this time, maybe in like a couple months, I could probably give you a better, answer.
Maybe by the draft, because Chicago could be interesting. We'll get you back on to talk about maybe some draft picks and get an update on the deep dish. Is that cool?
Of course. Yeah, I'll be more informed pizza-wise by then for sure.
Kalen, great stuff, man. Busy night in the NHL. The Jets hosting the Chicago Blackhawks. Enjoy the game tonight. I'm sure we'll chat again.
Awesome. Thank you for having me.
All right. That's Kalen Lumpkins from the Chicago Tribune. I really wanted to ask about the time on ice. I'm glad he said it's nothing he did. It's the youth movement there.
Well, when you look at the defenseman for the Blackhawks, it's Matt Greislick is 32, and then everyone's 20, 21, 24, all entry-level deals. Vlasic is their most tenured, second to Matt, but at 4.6 over the next little bit. They'll be looking for probably another veteran defenseman to help with some of these young guys, because that's a lot to put on the shoulders of 20 and 21-year-olds right now. I understand the movement, getting them experience now, because they're out, right?
Yeah.
Play the legs off them now. Get them in there. But yeah, they're going to look, because they're going to have a ton of cap space next year. They could make a huge splash with a trade or get someone of significance in there.
Canucks just throwing out their LTIR for Thatcher Demko. They're clearing room too.
Oh, jeez.
It sucks for I'll be honest, man. I truly feel for Thatcher Demko.
I feel robbed of watching him play. He was great, man.
Yeah.
I'm using past. He is great. I shouldn't be saying he was, but again, why give him that?
Yeah.
It didn't make any sense.
Gonna be trouble. Sorry, I'm just looking at Giordano's online. Looks fantastic.
Oh, yeah. I think that's where I went.
Oh, man. Nothing like a good pie, eh? Oh, someone was asking us about our experience at Shoyu Sushi. It was fantastic.
Oh, dude.
Unreal.
Yeah, that was if you go, the picture there, the one closest on the screen, that's the Hawaiian roll. That one I thought was better than yours. What did
really?
You get? The dynamite? I
got spicy dynamite.
Spicy dynamite. Yeah, I think the Hawaiian was a little, but I guess if you don't like pineapple, then don't.
Yeah.
But it was perfect.
To be fair, they were both fantastic.
They were.
And then we got stuffed wontons, gyoza. We had the tempura. The seaweed salad was out of this world.
Yeah, we gotta bring in some seaweed salad.
It was
It gets stuck in your teeth, but it is good.
Fantastic. And they were great.
Awesome.
Busy place, downtown Edmonton for downtown dining week. Sending all the clips over to our boy Benny today because we haven't seen him. Good old straight hair.
Straight hair?
Good old straight hair.
He's been slacking.
He sure has. The afternoon inbox is presented by the River Cree Resort and Casino. Check out this. They're proud to present Unified MMA 68. Our boy Coob is stoked. He already bought tickets. It goes Friday, March 27th. Doors at 6, event at 7. I might even go to this. This is awesome. Tickets on sale starting today. They're available at River Cree Ticketmaster box office. Tickets starting at $89.25. Awesome event. Make sure to check them out. Unified MMA 68 at the River Cree Resort and Casino on March 27th. That's a hell of a Friday, man. Hell of a Friday. Coop's probably going to leave here.
Yeah.
Head straight to the River Cree.
He's going to put on his wrestling gi.
Pound back some beers. Put his
headgear.
Put his luchador mask on and head Oh, boy.
I just realized a friend of mine, his son plays in the Chicago farm system. Tage Harding. Yeah.
Oh, okay. That's always cool.
Yeah. Maybe he'll get a shot.
Hey, you never know, Joaquin.
Never know.
It's a young team, so. Okay, on the other side of the break, we'll go through the Oilers lines again ahead of tonight. Of course, they can change, so we'll have to wait until about 6:30 to see when they hit the ice. Is he really going to stick with these pairings? We'll wait and see. I mean, they've struggled. Jake Wallman and Darnell Nurse have struggled as a pairing, so I'm not knocking them for trying something different. I'm just saying, do we trust these pairings? Which pairing do you like the most? Which one are you a little worried about? We'll get to all that, of course, to Screw It, Let's Do It Parlay this day and all that fun stuff still to come here on EST Afternoons. Don't forget, at 3 o'clock, the one and only Reed Wilkins and Handsome J. Milne take over, 3 to 6, and then Tom Gazzola, Benny Thompson, Matt Cassian for the second last time on the pre and post game shows at 6 o'clock, and they'll be back later tonight for the post game show. Are you feeling confident about the Oilers tonight? Let us know. River Cree Inbox 780-218-9999. And, of course, on the Nasty Chat. We're 7 away from 100. Can we do it in 22 minutes? Let's go. Here's Coop. Edmonton's Connor Murphy won't dress tonight. Should be good to go Friday against the Hurricanes. Ice level. It's Connor Ingram getting his third consecutive start for the Oilers to face off against the Senators. Tom Gazzola, Ben Thompson preview the matchup during the GCL Diesel Oil Stream pregame show. Catch that at 6 o'clock only on EST. Around the NHL, the Canucks announcing 16 minutes ago Thatcher Demko has been placed on long-term injured reserve, and defenseman P.O. Joseph has also been placed on IR. From New York, the Rangers also placing player on injured reserve JT Miller out with an upper body injury. And some news in the NFL, according to Ian Rappaport of the NFL Network, the Cardinals are releasing Kyler Murray. He'll now head to free agency, with Murray owed a guaranteed amount of nearly $37 million from the Cardinals for next season. The Colts, they've placed a transition tag on Daniel Jones that gives Indianapolis the right to match any competing offer sheet Jones might sign in free agency. If Jones doesn't ink an offer sheet with another team, he'll be guaranteed a one-year deal worth nearly $38 million. 10 games over the NBA, including the Raptors and Knicks, hitting the hardwood at 5:30. This sports update is brought to you by Windsor Plywood, Leduc, locally owned and operated, serving Leduc and surrounding areas since '93. They have doors, flooring, baseboards, and of course, they have plywood. Go see the knowledgeable staff today at Windsor Plywood, Leduc. The show rolls on here on EST Afternoons. Following the break, I'm Zachary Kubish, keeping you up to date.
When gambling, set a budget before you play. Stay informed and visit GameSenseAB.ca to learn how. Remember, if you gamble, use your game sense.
The road to the FIFA World Cup runs through Edmonton. See Canada Soccer's men's national team before they take on the world this summer. Canada versus Uzbekistan. June 1st, 7 p.m., Commonwealth Stadium. Tickets at Ticketmaster.ca.
Real fans don't stroll in at puck drop. They claim territory. They study the screens. They get into their spot, which is why this matters. The Canadian Brewhouse now has happy hour. Brand new. Tons of options. And the good stuff, like our 8-inch 2-topping RCM pizza and our signature Caesar. Monday to Saturday, 2 till 6 p.m., starting at $3.99. That's more than enough reason to come early. New happy hour at the Canadian Brewhouse. If you're serious about game day, we'll see you for happy hour.
You've heard the name, but what does it mean? For over 66 years, William Huff Advertising has supplied signage from screen printing to digital to LED with design, production, and install in-house. It's a one-stop shop for all your signage needs. Edmonton owned and operated, William Huff has been trusted by the biggest companies and teams in the City of Champions and many others across the country to do the job. If you're looking for a way to get the word out about your company or event, they are the answer. Go to www.williamhuff.com. Their results speak for themselves.
At Firehouse Subs, our subs are freshly toasted, stacked high, and crafted to satisfy. Each sub is piled high with premium meats, melty cheese, and toasted to perfection. Firehouse Subs brings bold flavor to every bite, all served on a freshly toasted roll. But we're not just feeding Edmonton, we're fueling it. Dig into the brisket hat trick, piled with slow-smoked brisket and melty cheese. Or go to the Firehouse Subs fan favorite, the Hook and Ladder. Made to order with smoked turkey, honey ham, and Monterey Jack cheese on a perfectly toasted roll. With 15 Firehouse Sub locations across Edmonton and the greater area, it's easy to grab a hot and hearty sub close to home. Firehouse Subs. Hot, hearty, made to satisfy.
Hey, final segment here on EST Afternoon. It's been fun to be back. Not going to lie, though. I do miss the morning show. Being up, being active.
I can't believe those two guys didn't bring us anything.
They brought YouTube Trevor Turtle.
Yeah, where's the tequila? Like, oh my gosh.
Yeah, like a station tequila.
We filled in for them, for crying out loud. We didn't have to do it. Nowhere in our contract says we have to work before 10.
Yeah.
Right?
Well, as long as the pay stubs are increased for that week, we'll be fine, Dusty. Our guy calling the game this week, super excited for him. He's going to knock it out of the park.
Yeah, I asked him if he's gonna do a little test run tonight.
Ooh.
He should record it.
Just plug in the Xbox. Do another.
Hey, that's another thing, man. That's crazy. So we were talking about Xbox, right?
Mm-hmm.
Look at the ad on my computer. Xbox.
Yeah, it's crazy. They're listening to us.
Don't listen to me. I don't know what I'm talking about. That's nuts.
Well, maybe Big Uke brought us something back.
Oh, shoot. Did we have to do... what's my email?
Joaquin.
Is it?
Yeah.
At edmontonsportstalk.com?
Yeah.
Okay. Everyone who's listening now, listen up.
Listen.
Because I am going to start taking people for our F1 fantasy. And I need you to write something and the reason why you should be part of our group. Okay? So let me just make sure that, it's Joaquin at EdmontonSportsTalk, all one word.com. Send me an email at that address and let me know the reason why you want to be part of our F1 fantasy.
And how about we make it just a little more hard? That's great. But how about they have to add something in the email, like tell us a funny story about yourself?
Yeah, something that we can rip on you with would be helpful.
Yeah. And something that we can say on air. Okay? Yeah. So once again, Joaquin at EdmontonSportsTalk.com if you want to be in the F1 Fantasy League this year. We're going to find out how many spots we do have open. Joaquin, once again, what do they need to put? It's two things in the email.
The reason why you should be joining our F1 Fantasy and a good story about yourself.
Let's go.
Let's do that, okay? Because then I'll get to work on that.
Because it's lights out this weekend. So
yeah, we got it. And then what will happen is I will send you the link. Just follow the instructions to put in your 2 teams. We're just going to go 2 teams again, okay? So you have 2 teams, 5 drivers, 2 constructors, and then it's lights out in Melbourne.
So Tommy's out. I confirmed with Matty. He said he's out.
Matty's out.
Dusty's probably out.
Dusty's out.
LTE.
LTE's out.
Okay.
Am I out?
No, you're in.
I mean, if you want to.
Do I want to be in, though?
Oh, good. Now you're out.
Okay. I don't think I'd bring justice to the fantasy league. And, you were so kind as to include me in it last year, and I felt like I did a disservice to the entire thing. I made it a mockery.
Well, Reed and Jay are still in. We asked them. They want to be a part of it.
Coop, you're in. All right.
Okay.
It is free for people asking.
Yeah.
It is free. Just when you see your boys out, I wouldn't say no to a beer.
Yeah.
No.
Exactly.
And now that you bring it up, I am disappointed in those 2 for not bringing us something back.
I thought they were. I thought for sure we would have a big bottle of tequila here today.
Would have been nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Little sipper. It's ridiculous.
Ridiculous.
Those guys were tanned, though.
Yeah, they look great.
Yeah.
Absolutely fantastic. I want to get to the screw. Let's do it, but I need our producer here.
Do you think they were surprised that the place wasn't burnt down after us for a week and a bit?
No.
No?
We had Matthew here.
Oh, I guess.
Yeah.
And Trev's good.
He is?
I hope he's not listening.
I know.
Oh, he's probably laying down in a shower right now with his pet turtle rock on his chest. A weirdo.
All right, let's get it. Sure. Let's do it. We need a huge payday. Matty did all right filling in on the screw. Let's do it. He's still not batting what we were.
All right. He did fantastic.
He did all right. Let's not.
He went 2 for 6.
You're telling me 2 for 6 is good.
2 for 6 is a great.
Oh, come on, boys.
Batting average.
Those are
is it
rookie
not?
numbers, man.
We almost hit yesterday. We hit some good ones too.
No, you did. That soccer one you guys hit was impressive.
I know.
I was impressed with that one. All right, boys. How about Joaquin? You're the vet on this show. Why don't you kick us off, buddy?
I am going to go with Edmonton Oilers minus 2.5.
So that means Oilers win by 2.5?
That would be 3.
3.
You'd have to hit the post and half the puck go in if that was the case. For
No, but you know what I meant. Okay. Wow, you're confident.
Well, something's got to give.
So would I say that to cover, right?
Yeah, but I set the spread at minus 2.5 for the Oilers.
Okay.
It's a big number.
What do you got?
I thought we were going clockwise.
Just
Are we going back to the whole? Okay.
It's a free for all now.
Oh,
that never works.
Yeah. All right. So Evan Bouchard, 12 games against the Senators, 2 goals, 11 assists. I mean, the last couple games, only just 1 point between those two. Prior to that, he had a trio of games with getting on the score sheet thrice, as Reed likes to say. He's on fuego. I'm going to go with an Evan Bouchard point tonight.
Very interesting. Man, I really want to take a Darnell Nurse point. What do you
Changing 100.
We hit 100?
Nicely work. Nice work.
Let's go. Let's do... okay, Nurse or Tkachuk? I'm going one way or the other. Tkachuk, like my cousin says it.
Well, I ran into somebody who has that same last name, and I'm like, yeah, it's Tkachuk. They're like, no, it's Tkachuk.
Yeah, I worked with someone at the Elks who it was spelled the same way, but it was pronounced totally different.
So difficult to try and run that through my head, yeah.
What say you, nasties?
Are you going with evil or evil?
Evil
here?
Knievel?
As
Or should I just go elsewhere?
Well, 11 games, man, on the docket. Some big ones, too.
But it's fun when you're watching the Oilers.
Choose.
I'm just gonna go with what was my first thing. I'm going Nurse Point.
Jesus.
Oh.
You know what? I want an internal investigation, and I want to see your T4 slips because there's got to be Play Alberta. You got to be getting one from Play Alberta.
But Nurse always responds after taking a lot of heat. He scores a lot against Ottawa. Who's with me? Darnell's game tonight, baby.
Oh my God, that's awful.
I'm more confident in Nurse getting a point than I am Bouchard.
Wow.
This number's going to be huge. The number's so big you can't not play it.
Okay,
that's the thing.
Doc Dad says if you have Oilers at 2.5, the book is going to discount the Bouch point as 3 goals. Probably auto includes a point for your information in the future. I have no idea what that meant, but
yeah, you don't.
Does that mean like our overall odds are going to decrease?
Don't talk gambling talk with us.
Like, you got to dumb it down, Doc Dad.
What are you doing?
Please dumb it down.
Well, it's just saying, so if the Oilers win by 3, then that gives them so much of an opportunity for Bouchard to get on the score sheet. So I think it just nullifies sort of those odds. So the odds will be brought down. Like, it'll basically be even. If you throw in a point, it'll be, you're really adding nothing to the mix is what I take away from Duck Dad.
Okay, so should we switch it?
Yeah, let's go. How about McDavid shots, boys? Sure. Last 5 games against the Senators, I checked, he had 21 shots. So over 2.5 shots for Connor McDavid. So 3 or more.
Okay.
We'll get Reed to yell shoot when he's got the ball.
Whenever I go to a game with my dad, he always yells pass.
Does he?
Yeah.
That's perfect.
That'd be great.
It's so funny when guys, because half the crowd is going shoot and the one guy's yelling pass.
Circle it. Doug Dad says, don't switch it. I'm an idiot. Well, like, no, but tell us, like, Coob, it's your pick, buddy. I have no idea what that meant, so.
Yeah, well, if you're going with the Darnell Nurse point, I'll go with the McDavid shot totals.
Okay.
I don't want to go with the point. I'm riding high on the.
How many shots for McDavid?
3.
That's okay.
I've never been more confident in my pick than I am today.
What?
Yeah.
But you do this all the time. You convince yourself. It's a terrible pick.
Project Dumfries is Hernan.
How is he going to get a point?
Okay, he'll be behind the net. Connor McDavid will come by, pick up the puck off his stick, and get a second assist. That's all we need from Darnell, man.
And for McDavid, his last 2 games, each of them, he's had at least 3 shots. Well, exactly 3 shots for all 3. Had 2 shots coming out of the break, and then had 8 shots against the Flames. 4, 3, 2, 3, 9. So pretty good opportunity, I think. I think McDavid's going to get 3 shots tonight.
Huh. Interesting. Okay, quickly, on this day in 2004, the Oilers acquired Jussi Markkinen and Peter Nedved from the New York Rangers, Joaquin.
Mm-hmm.
Also, 40 years ago today, Matlock Pilot aired on NBC. The films Lean on Me and Little Dream were both released in theaters on this day in 1989. 40 years ago, Metallica released their 3rd studio album, Master
Lean
of
on
Pop.
Me? What movie was that, Lean on Me?
With Morgan Freeman. He's the principal, the bad school.
Really?
Yeah. You've never seen it? Really? No. Lean on me.
I know the song.
No, and then they sing it.
When you're not
It's a true story.
strong,
Fantastic.
and I'll be your
I've just seen what's the one with Samuel L. Jackson, 187? You ever watch that one?
That one's good.
Oosh.
You got to watch Lean on Me, man. Really good. It's a young Morgan Freeman. And it's National Cold Cuts Day. Quickly,
Nice.
your favorite cold cut.
All of them.
all the cuts. Did you say 40 years ago, Master of Puppets, MLP?
Yes.
Nice.
Hey, they got
Listen to that.
they're doing their residency at the Sphere, huh?
Really?
Yeah.
Damn. Pretty sweet.
That is sweet.
Replica.
Tickets are only like
Tens of
$8,000 for.
It's cheap. All right. Hey, tomorrow we're live on location at Mr. Mike's Bonnie Dune. Go hang out there, say hello. We're there from 6 to 6. So if you want to check us out, we'll be on location at Mr. Mike's. Reed Wilkins, Jay Milne coming off 3 to 6. Oil Stream pregame show 67. The boys will be back later tonight. We hit 100. Awesome work. 110 thumbs up. We're back tomorrow with highlights, lowlights, Hernan's World, and who knows where else this game will take us. But we're all over it. Once again, for Coop, Walk, I'm Hernan saying thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Thank you for the thumbs up. Chowders.